Don't you love those news reporters when they stand outside and they do their reports? I'm standing outside of my house. This is my house, the one that I can afford. Yeah, it's laughable, but true. Nobody can afford to live in this country the way that we were living before, because we were living high off the hog. Yeah, but you know what? Everybody's gone through all their savings. We've gone through all our grief. We've gone through all of our college payoffs, our various deals that we've made with the devil. You know, that's the bank. And it's you know, we're all crazy. I was watching a religious movie yesterday where Moses went up to Mount Sinai, and it said, because of the commercialism, it said Trump's Sinai. Got a hotel up there already. The White House is going to turn into a timeshare, and Camp David will have a lot going on. It's going to be bowling alleys and everything else up there. He'll turn it into a mall. We got a guy who's a businessman, wants to be president, and the president of Mexico says that he's not a good businessman because he's not understanding of other people and compassionate and all this other stuff. I think he came a long way for a guy that wasn't supposed to make it, just like me. I wasn't supposed to make it either, and look at me. When I started out, I didn't want to be much, and it's working out just fine. No, we have a prince now. I thought that some miracle happened because he was playing polo yesterday. Then I realized that's the wrong prince. This is the one that overdosed. Is gone. You know, all these guys overdosed. Jim Morrison, John Belushi, and you know, there's a lot of foul play in this. It's all about greedy doctors. Elvis Presley, even Joan Rivers. You know, these are doctors who want to get paid to make people glamorous and keep them into their habits. Michael Jackson. You know, I can mention them all. There's a whole bunch. Jim Morrison, Hole's husband. What's his name? The grunge guy. You know, in Seattle. What's his name again? Why do I keep forgetting names? Because I'm getting old. It's a senior moment. I'm having a lot more moments than I used to have. I'm having a senior hour. I think the millennials are teaching us something. Be brief. And one of the things, I think 60 Minutes ought to change its name to 10 Minutes. That would be the beginning. And the New York Times ought to become the New York Text and get with this generation. There's a lot of changes need to be made, and they're mostly in media, and the media is not going to tell you the changes they have to make because they own the media, and they're only going to report everybody else's faults, never theirs. But you know, there's a public file in every radio and television station. You are entitled to go and look at it. The FCC is governed by the Congress of the United States. They're asleep at the wheel, as we all know. But when you go into a radio or television station during regular business hours in any city in this country, ask to see their public file and see if they're living up to their commitment. If they're not living up to it, you complain to the FCC and they ought to take the license away. That's all there is to it, because they have a commitment for 5 years for radio, I think it is, and 7 for television, or maybe the other way around, AM and FM. You know, you got to have a license, and it's not real estate. And you know, like Clear Channel owns 600 stations. They ought to really sell the ones that they can, take their money, give it back to the stockholders, and give the stations back to the FCC to redistribute. Then you'll have a regeneration. We need to really give the stations that you can't afford. Cumulus Broadcasting, they can't afford 600 stations. Give them back and let people apply for them again with the FCC. Keep the public files alive, and let's get honest again. See, this is something you wouldn't hear about on the media because they're the guys who are doing it. That's why. And there are only 6 guys that own most of the television stuff. They're not going to tell you this crap. And it's not crap. I mean, what they're doing is crap. See, they're hiding files more than they are accusing Hillary Clinton of her text message hiding. They're hypocrites. They're doing the same thing. Oh, man. You know, Jesus said it very well. He said, don't tell someone that they have a toothpick in their eye when you have a board in your own. That's the end of my board meeting. Okay, this is Joey Reynolds. It's a Reynolds Rap.